being on.
Good evening, Dr. Radcliffe. Michael Fields, I'm here once again. I'm here with my wife, Carol, who's doing the filming. My daughter, Chelsea, age 17, will be my interviewer. And my two sons will be the ones that are viewing this. Hunter, age 16, and Kenny, age 15. As you know, I would normally wear a suit and tie to an interview, but I want to have a clean shave for tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So this is what I'm wearing. Just assume I'm wearing a nice attire for a interview. Thank you very much, and we will get started. Good afternoon, Ms. Revlar. Thank you for seeing me.
Well, good afternoon, Ms. Fields. Thank you for coming in, dropping by. I would normally shake your hand, but now we're in a time of worry and chaos, so you can just take a seat.
Well, thank you. I've taken the liberty of providing my resume
Oh, good. Few
Along
people
with-
do that.
along with letters of reference and reference numbers.
Okay, thank you. Where do you know about our company, Mr. Fields?
Well, I know that you've been in business for 15 years, and I know that you travel extensively. You have teams that go and do training for bigger corporations and small businesses so that they're HR compliant with safety, equal opportunity, and work conflict resolution. So the company has a good reputation, and thought this would be a good place to work.
Now, Mr. Fields, can you tell us why you want this job? Why are you here today?
Well, as my resume will show you, I'm retired military, did 23 years of human resource, and the last 10 of those were in the training arena. I traveled extensively across the country and a few other countries, and I would go and train people in proper HR and procedures, equal opportunity, and conflict resolution. So I did that extensively for the Navy, and I have about 5 to 6 years experience in that.
Well, thank you for your service, Mr. Fields.
So you're quite welcome.
What are your greatest professional strengths?
Well, I am easygoing, I'm very approachable, but I'm also goal-oriented, and I'm a problem solver.
That is good to have on our team. What do you consider to be your weakness, sir?
I'm very tenacious. I will not give up. I probably sometimes have been known, people have called me a workaholic. I will just work until somebody has to tell me to go home. So that can be seen as a strength or a weakness. But
Well, I can relate to you on that one, sir. It's hard being in the office for over hours, 10 hours. So tell me a conflict or challenge you faced at work or in your education and how you dealt with it.
Well, I worked at a place that was very understaffed, and it was instead of the Navy would just refuse to send us more people, and so instead of just complaining about it, we did something about it. I worked with management, and we cross-trained. We learned each other's jobs, with the exception of a few people that needed credentials to do it. I learned how to take a person's TB test. I learned how to read a TB test. Just a few minor things to help the medical department out so that we can get things done. And by doing so, we were able to operate and get the job done with the amount of people we had. And ironically, about a year later, the Navy did send us more people after we'd already went into what we call a team concept. So.
Well, that's good. How would your former bosses or teachers describe you?
Tenacious, outgoing, a bit witty at times, but I'm very serious, and I see a problem, I want to solve it. I want to find out if people have what they need to solve their own problems. Mm-hmm. And that's where I understand, the HR solutions, they go and show people there's better ways to do things, or they show them what's causing their problems with the conflict, and then be able to resolve it.
Well, that is a big part of our company. Now, our last question is going to be, how do you deal with pressure in stressful situations?
Well, I tend to take a step back. I like to take a few deep breaths and imagine that I'm looking at it from a 10,000 foot view from the sky. And so I take I look a macro, I look at it in a macro way, and then I slowly start to bring it down to a micro. And when I do that, I realize I could take things in steps and then get things accomplished that way. A lot of times I will talk to someone else that, an extra set of eyes that maybe are not in the middle of the crisis, and they's like, oh, this is what you need to do. Sometimes it's hard to see, as they say, the forest for the trees. So, but I do like to solve the problems.
Well, thank you for that, Mr. Fields. I think that concludes our little interview today, and I will call you and I will let you know how our job searching process is going to go.
Well, I'd like to say, once again, Ms. Bridwell, thank you for having me as an interview, and I would like to get back with you within a couple of weeks if that's okay.
That would be perfect.
And just want to verify your address is 2618 Novell Street, because I'd like to send a thank you card for seeing me.
Thank you, sir. You have a blessed day.
Same to you.